relax.
Okay. So now I should be fully audible. Let's get on to the meat and potatoes of Horse and Sword. Obviously, the big talking point right now is the Nations Cup. We're like 2 weeks underway. It's the second week of matches happening this weekend. I'm actually going to stream one later. It's going to be Bene, Sweden. I believe Grude is going to be streaming Turkey, Finland as well, so that could be a bit of a hype match as well. But I mean, really, not been too many big matches so far. We haven't had the first versus second seeds yet, right?
It's all in the third week for everyone,
Yeah,
isn't it?
third week is where we're expecting the real big matches. But what have you been thinking of the Nations Cup so far? If anyone wants to jump in, general thoughts.
Well, I think there's been a big split between certain teams. Like I have the feeling that we have 16 teams and 8 of them are quite far away from the other 8. So we'll probably see more exciting matches in the weeks to come. But so
Yeah,
far,
though, isn't it?
so far it hasn't been that exciting.
Yeah, I think I agree. We haven't had many close matches. We had obviously the NA Finland draw, which is unexpected. I
Yeah,
think.
that was the most interesting one. But yeah, other than that, it was what we expected
Well, you've gone a
to
bit
be.
robotic, Tardet.
Oh, okay. Let me just fix
I don't
that.
know why. You just need to sort of rejig your internet, get it back into gear. Did you try again?
Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, it's
See
fine.
robot- Okay.
So you were saying?
Yeah, I was just saying that we got the match we expected, other than Finland versus North America. So that was what I actually watched it in stream, and it was a cool match to watch. But not sure. I would have still think that NA could have do a bit better and still take the match. But Finland gave them a good match. So overall, a good an interesting one on the last week with this match.
Yeah, I agree. And it's cool to see you have been posting some map previews along with Robin. And obviously once the matches get more exciting, those are going to get more exciting as well. But it's great how they're so in-depth and they're giving lots of background. I think it's a great way for people to get into the scene. So if you want to get someone to watch a stream, get them to read the preview beforehand, definitely do that if there is one. Alright. So I want to talk about your own teams right now, and I'll kind of go around clockwise again. And you can kind of tell us about what you're expecting for your own teams in the tournament. If we start with you, Watley, what are you expecting for Benny, and how's it been going? How's it been going so far? I mean, you had a very, very one-sided first week.
Yeah, well, it was very one-sided, but they weren't that experienced. I get the feeling, like commanding-wise.
Who was
so
it against?
It was against Czechoslovakia, I think
That's
that's
right,
how it's
yeah.
pronounced. And well, their commander Edward, I haven't seen him before, honestly, in the scene. So it probably that was a problem as well. But there wasn't much. They did their best, and they didn't make it that one-sided. I mean, we just won on our practice, and that's what was good for us. So far, though, for our team, things have been going exactly the same like last year's. We haven't done so well in the preseason. We do better when the tournament starts up. Leroux has quit the team already once and come back. We're just waiting for the next big drama so we can get together again. At least it looks fine so far. And I'd say we'd make a pretty good shot at the tournament.
That's interesting you
title
mentioned
this
that
year.
actually, because I feel like a lot of the best like Nations Cup teams, they don't start off strong. I mean, people always accuse that of being Turkey's weakness. Essentially, they start off too strong, they train too hard, they burn out by the end. Do you think there's some truth in that? Do you think you need to go in with a bit more of a slow burn and think long term?
Yeah, I think so as well. But the thing is, you can say that Turkey starts off too strong, but if they want to play 6 matches a week, they should. Honestly, I mean, we play 5 to 6 a week as well, simply because we can right now and because
Yeah.
we want to. So, and we don't feel burned out over it. We just take our breaks occasionally.
You're all such veteran players by now, right?
Could you repeat it?
You're all such veteran players by now, right? I mean,
Yeah, most of us.
who's the newest?
Although
Who's the newest player on your team?
let me think. I think it's Sulu right now, as in the players who actually make a chance to play. Like we have
Zulu.
some players. Yeah,
Who's
Zulu.
Sutu? Zulu.
He's pretty new. He's a young player. I don't know where he came from exactly, but he's doing okay. I mean, it's not bad for his first tournament or second. I think he was in
FTW or something, wasn't he?
No, WDL or it's something like that.
Vector des Lima,
Yeah,
whatever that means.
or the follow up of that. It wasn't a big clan.
Okay. So you're
But
playing,
yeah.
playing in German clans?
Yeah, some of us have.
Pretty Dutchies.
But so most German clans go to English anyway nowadays, like Irish Rebels. So it's not there. There are hardly any real German clans left.
And is that something you miss? Do you think we should have preserved the German clans in their natural
No.
habitat?
Honestly, it doesn't really bother me since I'm not German. But if
Seems
there's no
seems
need,
like everyone's German in the scene. People trying to play in that team all over the place. Schemmer.
yeah, but it's just Germany is a big country.
I'm
A lot
probably
of chance to
German.
win.
Who knows? Next Nations Cup, I might be German.
Yeah. Maybe we should all just join Team Germany and claim the tournament win that way, so everyone can feel a winner.
I love the German team. Hope they do win. Okay, let's move on anyway. Thanks for that, Wally. Tardit, so you mentioned already that. I mean, I think hopefully the viewers kind of understood this, even though they couldn't hear my questioning. You mentioned already that you were playing in the Nations Cup for the first time this year.
Yeah.
Representing Team France. A
Indeed.
team steeped in history and accomplishment. How has it been playing with the French team? You feeling like it's going professionally well? You feeling like you're contributing enough? What do you think about it?
Well, personally, it's a great occasion for me to prove myself a bit, because I'm not even though some people think I'm a veteran. Unlike people like OGL or Watley, I'm relatively young to
Not
the
OGL,
scene.
OGL.
So,
OGL's new. Watley's a vet, but yeah, go on.
but
sorry.
yeah, it's been good so far. I like to say that we are far to be the favorite for the Nation Cup. I think that everyone will agree with that. But we are still trying our best, and I think that Polo is doing a lot for the team, actually. Polo, Brian, Sub-Zero, those three, they are working hard for the team, and that's something that people have to recognize, that even though not everything is working all the time, we are trying to fix our mistake, and at least we didn't fail our first match. Like Sweden, people thought that we could eventually lose against them, or that it would be close. We didn't actually dominated them, but we still prove that we are better than those kind of team, and that we can do good when we are focusing and all this stuff. So.
All right, I'm trying to get actually a picture of that right now, but it looks like it's not coming up on the screen. Oh well. So you know who in the team is like kind of leading the way right now? Who's really impressed you player-wise in France?
Well, I didn't play with I hadn't played with Brian and Thor yet, and I must say that even though I knew their reputation, it's amazing to see them playing for real, because you are close to them, and that's probably two of the strongest infantry of the scene right now. And yeah, it's really a pleasure to have them. Archer-wise, Polo and Tiger White are doing their job as well. Like they are two amazing shooters, and it's like, you know, that when they are behind you, they got your back covered. So that's always a good thing as well. And Sub-Zero and Necromancer are doing good in cavalry also, but Necromancer has some ping issues most of the time, so we don't know if we can really count on him for all the matches. However, when he's here, he's really on point. So I guess that we don't have a lot of extremely good players. Not all the team is extremely skilled, but team play-wise, we are doing quite good, and we are working on that to get even better for the next matches, especially the one versus Penny.
Yeah, obviously that's going to be the big challenge for you in this group. But I mean, if you can move forward and take out Czechoslovakia this weekend, you should be pretty much set, right? To get to it, make through the group at least.
We actually did. We already did.
You beat them last night?
Yeah.
Oh man, sorry.
We actually won 12 versus 1.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so you're already through. Congratulations.
Yeah, we are. It's like we still have to determine the
first or second.
First and second of the group, yeah, and that's why we are gonna face Penny next week. But yeah, we are supposed to be in the quarter already normally.
Oh, getting your match played on Saturday. I respect that. As a streamer, that's often very good. Although I wasn't able to stream it. Hopefully we can catch France Penny next week. That'd be awesome.
Should be good, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
Joe.
hope so too.
Tell us what's happening in the UK.
Relax.
Is it anarchy
start.
in the UK?
Not anarchy, just relaxed mood, I would think.
Too relaxed.
We started about 3 weeks later than anyone else, or a month, thanks to Deacon's commanding style, which is just start a week before and everyone turns up. But it's been good fun so far.
Well, you beat Spain.
Yeah.
I think you were expected to beat Spain.
Yeah. Spain actually have some okay players, actually. But
I think they'll probably take Ireland, right? Because Spain have, like, historic
Yeah.
players. I mean, they've got, what's his face? Like, I'm looking at
Donut
in there, but they have, like, old players, like Charlini, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
No sign of,
I thought they'd be a bit better, actually. I think they got broken after the first couple of rounds where we won.
already. You broke them.
Broke their spirit.
Yeah. UK also a really vet team. I mean, is there any kind of new talent in the UK team? Because I'm looking around, I'm seeing like Anthony's in there, and then a bunch of like real vets.
I think the biggest change this year has been that we actually have more than one decent archer. Like for a time, it was you.
And no one else. I mean, I was really carrying.
I don't think. I think you're overrated myself. And then it was just me kind of last year, and Pepper sometimes was along, but he's always like either inactive or inconsistent, stuff like that. But this year we've got Pepper who's playing really well. We've also got Anchor who's playing really well, and Jarvis and Pie who's rubbish, but you know he's just fine.
He can get some headshots against like
idiots.
ENL Division C teams.
Yeah,
ENL.
exactly.
I wonder what I'm talking about. ECL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've actually got decent archers now. That's the newest
Jarvis
thing.
and Pie's actually a good player.
And then everyone else is really experienced, like top imp and experienced cav and stuff. So.
Who's rolling up? Who's playing with your cav?
Corey's still around. He's not as around as he should be, but he's still around. Black Tide and Azan, Mitchell, and Hippo is the new one as well. Hippo's been doing good work. Oh, and Shinga as well.
I think Hippo's basically spent all of his like 800 hours or whatever he's got.
Just playing cav.
Yeah, just bump lancing people on closed maps, and so he's quite good at that.
Although Dodgy Bros, Hippo and Jarvis are banned for their Israel shenanigans last year.
Oh, of course, yeah. So when do when do they come back in? I should know that as well. Third week, okay. So you're not going to get to use them this week against Ireland?
No loss, but oh well.
No loss. I assume you're feeling pretty good about the Ireland match.
Yeah, that should be fine. I really like that Ireland put a team in. Actually, it's good fun. Keanu is good fun as well. I did an interview with Keanu for the mount&blade community thing.
MMB comp, yeah.
He's good. He's a good guy. He's funny.
Funny lad. Yeah, we almost came to blows actually when he was applied for an Ireland team.
Oh.
Like they wanted some Danish player and like some English people, and I was like, well, no, that's not how it works. And he was like, oh, what does it matter? And I was like, well, no. But then I helped him because we made like an announcement.
Danish.
Sorry?
Who's Danish? Is it that Doff guy, like Dante or something?
No, they just were trying to get a Danish person in.
Right.
I don't know who it was. Some random like Opponent Wars player or something. But I posted on the Mount&Blade Facebook with like a directed post at Irish people only, saying that your country needs you kind of thing, and they got a few players from that, I think. So they're a good source of new people coming into the scene, although I think it's not serving them well in terms of their tournament interests. You know what I mean? Oh well.
You should have done the same for Belgium, and the Netherlands could have played by themselves.
Oh, this was Bradley. Yeah, sorry, it wasn't Keanu. It was Bradley who I almost came to blows with.
Ah,
Keanu,
okay.
I'm sure we've got no beef. All right then. Okay, thanks for telling me all about your teams. So let's not talk about this week's matches really too much because there's not too much to go on. What I want to start talking about is our actual kind of predictions for this tournament. How's it's going to go? Perhaps we can look at the third week matches and actually have a bit of a talk about them now. I don't know if that's stepping ahead a bit too much. But, I'm not expecting any upsets tonight, if you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and start with Group A and have a look at the fixtures for the third week of that. Okay. On the screen right now, just for you, my guests, Belgium and Netherlands versus France and Sweden versus Czechoslovakia. Well, obviously we've got the Benet France. Both of you are here to kind of beef that one out, but Benet, I think perhaps in the eyes of most people are the favourites. France team perhaps not quite what they were. Where's Nubby? Peter is even playing? I don't think he is he?
No, Peter is not playing.
No Peter, no Toby.
No, Peter, no Toby. No, we are supposed to have Ryuk from Renegades playing with Friends team, but he ended up not being able to get some free time to play. So
Oh,
no,
that sucks.
he
But you got
won't be there
Merzin
either.
from the old guard.
We got Merzin, yeah, exactly, and that's a big difference, especially because it gives some room to Brian and Thor, not being forced to carry all the time, and give some room to Merzin as well. So yeah, that's we have got three really good infantry, and yeah, when you need a 4 infantry, you usually got either Johnny or myself, because Shakalis is not really active at the moment. So
That's a shame. Shakalis is a great player. Another
yeah,
pro
he's
hero.
really good, but he got his mental, which is not that great sometimes. You know, when he's strongly at himself. I think that anyone who play with him know that he's always shooting about not being good enough or not being, you know. So yeah, that's just Shakalis, but we are used to that.
And Marcus is playing for you guys, right?
Marcus?
Is he not playing?
No.
I thought he
he's
was
not.
playing.
We have basically all the Unity players, plus Merzin, myself, and Shakalis from the Bro. Other than that, I think it's.
You should get Marcus in. He can start to this team, I think.
I think Marcus doesn't really care about Warbond anymore. When you ask
he was playing earlier. I spoke to him.
yeah, if you ask him, he will surely come. But that's the point.
You don't really need Cav, I guess. Actually, maybe.
How come Newbie's not playing? He's just not
Thing
want
is, yeah, because actually he did some training match with us at the beginning, but I think he just didn't have ever time or motivation to do that. It's not so much because of all the stuff which can happen between French people. It's more that he tried, and you could have potentially do this, but no, finally he's just like failed. No, I'm not gonna do it. So bad luck for us, but we will do without him, I guess.
Yeah, he's always an asset to have on the team, but if anything, maybe it just gives Paolo a bit more space, because it's hard when you have like an iconic leader like Nubby breathing down your neck. Like, Paolo needs space to fly.
That's true as well. That's true
He
as well.
needs
Like,
space to shine.
yeah, they have two different styles, which are both working because Unity approved that they are a team to be recognized within the scene. But yeah, and I'm not sure it would have worked with both Nibby and Polo in the same team.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you never like have the president become the vice president, do you? It doesn't
Exactly.
work.
Exactly.
They've got to be like the top in power, and then they have to just go away.
It could be at the same time either wonderful or horrible. So yeah,
It could be a what?
could be ever wonderful because it's like there
Yeah,
are
of
two
course.
great players, but horrible to just have them team play or just play together. So
Yeah, of course. I mean, they're both nice guys. I'm sure maybe they could have got on.
yeah.
But let's talk about the match then. So France versus Benin. How do you fancy your chances in a game like that?
That's a tricky question. To be fair, if I have to be honest, I think that as anyone expects, Penny has the upper hand and they are favorites. But I think that we proved that we are maybe not as weak as some people expect, and that we have still some work to say. So we are preparing hard for it. We are just still a bit far from the top team, which Penny is part of. But I wouldn't say that we have like a big chance to win, but I think we can upset them if we have everything working all way, and maybe a bit of luck as well, because we will need that definitely. We will need some luck and some momentum going if we want to ever manage to shock them a bit.
What's your response, Watley?
Yeah, I know that they can do it, because let's look at the teams a bit. Pure player quality, it's not that France is far inferior to Benin. I mean,
you're right,
they
you're
have
right.
better infantry.
I agree.
Probably than us. As they have not better in the sense of they have more quality to
Where
put
is all the
into those
Dutch
four
imp? Where
slots.
is all the Dutch imp? Come on.
They're I don't know. Broomstick and Gordier, they lost every interest in the
God.
game and they aren't playing anymore. So
And
they
even
already
them,
have
they're,
that down.
they're not exactly top tier. Let's face it.
No, I was going to say.
No, they're the best players in Benin. What are you talking about?
Benin, not an imp side. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, what I do have faith in is Dunner. Whenever we're in doubt, we fall back to
okay, that's
Dunner,
fair enough,
and he
yeah.
wins us the rounds.
Can anyone handle Donor?
No, I will never get back to that statement. There is no one that can handle Dunner. Anyway, actually, the only thing we have a really significant advantage in is scav quantity-wise, because France has Sub-Zero and they have Araneon, but they don't have.
Are you trying to say
They
that
have Rhino.
Sub-Zero is substandard?
No, but he's the only He's the only like really good cav they have.
Okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the same Cav as last year, plus Surkan, who has been playing off the top of his head before now, this year. As in, it's like he found light and then suddenly plays well.
There you go. Maybe that's what you're lacking, Hochiel. Turn those lights on. Like, you might shoot
Get
a
a
bit
bit of
better.
Sarkhan.
You might
I
shoot a
don't
bit
even
better,
think
mate.
about Sarkhan in my room.
But what I'd like to say is, I'd like to assure friends that they will not be underestimated and that we will prepare everything we can to hammer them into the ground if necessary.
All right, OGL, come
That's
on.
good to know.
What's your deciding? What's your thoughts?
Well, I agree with Wally that on paper the teams are quite similar. If anything, I'd probably say France have the slightly better players. But there's something about Unity and France that they don't always play to the potential that they should have. I don't know why though. We were playing them one time in a training match, and I was looking at their player people, and we were winning at the time in UK. I was like, I can't even see what they're doing wrong. I can't see it. They got really good players in, and they're not really doing anything obviously wrong. But we were just winning fights, and you're just not quite sure why. So I don't know why that is. It should be a good match, but I'd unfortunately bet on Benny. Although my heart would be with France.
All right, beautiful. I think maybe it's going to take an inspirational speech from Paolo, perhaps.
Definitely.
War cry, because I know Bene they've got the really strong energy in their team. As far as I can
Yeah.
tell, they're always shouting, screaming, supporting each other. A very tight knit bunch.
Or falling out. I heard
Falling out.
my sources tell me that there was a big split in the Benny team when someone stole someone's dinosaur in Ark Survival.
Really? Is that true? Can you confirm
Yeah.
this, Wally?
Well, I wouldn't call it a big split. We already got over it, but yeah, the guy is probably going to sit on the bench today.
He's benched.
I warned him beforehand.
Don't steal.
French
don't,
team
don't
should go
rustle
into Ark.
dinosaurs, alright? That's some
Yeah,
cowboy.
yeah. We should actually. if you
prehistoric
want that,
cowboy.
we are gonna do the match on Arc. If you guys are okay with that, because
Break them in Ark and you'll win the
yeah,
match.
exactly.
Stomp down their
That's
base
a
with
weak
a,
point.
with a
Man will overrun
Diplodocus.
you. Just watch us.
Absolutely ridiculous. Everyone should stop playing that game right now.
Looks awful, doesn't it? I don't know why everyone's
Looks
playing.
amazing, but that's what I hate about it.
Okay.
Back to Warband. Alright, we want to touch on Sweden and Czechoslovakia as well. I know we don't really know. what do you guys think? Come on, I want to at least talk about this and like, give an idea of who we think is going to win.
I'm quite sure that Sweden will win.
I would think so as
Simply-
well.
I'm surprised
Simply
we did
because
so badly
let-
against France.
let's look at Czechoslovakia. From what I see, they don't train consistently. I heard from Marek that they trained 2 times in the first week for the first week match, and 2 trainings is just not enough. We won some rounds simply because we beat them on a tactical perspective.
true,
Like
2 trainings is not
they split up at a point where you really shouldn't split up, and we just overrun them and destroyed them.
You divided and conquered. That's what you're telling me.
No, we didn't divide. We just ran over
Yeah,
2
whatever.
guys, and then the entire team fell down. And that's something a team of their stature shouldn't do. They don't have the room to make those mistakes. And Sweden, on the other hand, they have a few players who are, well, let's say it better than the best Czech players,
I mean,
Czechoslovakia.
they got Oliver in there. They got Gubbo. They're looking like
Exactly.
They got some real quality in there.
So I'm pretty sure that Sweden would even have a pretty simple time against those guys, but
The Czechs have had some talent over the years, but this is, I think, mainly a Slovakian team with kind of Czech add-ons, so it doesn't really have, like, I think Relax is not playing. I don't know about people like Johnny D, Thunderon, some of these big heroes that used to play in the
they
past.
aren't coming, I think.
Yeah, so it's lacking that. I mean, there's really just not enough history in that Slovakian core to compete, I don't think.
Yeah, there are a lot of young players. Like Peppa and Measures are really trying hard. I see that they are doing their best for the team, but it might not be just enough to get a win over Sweden, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I think Sweden are going to go out on a high note there. Looks like it. Let's move on to Group B anyway. I want to talk a bit about Group B. It's the group with North America in it, so it's obviously going to behave a little bit more interesting anyway. Obviously, we've seen so far the 12-5, the Turkey, and then North America with the draw. Last night we saw obviously North America beat out Austria and Switzerland as well, quite comfortably. That puts North America on the 1 win, 1 draw. Turkey-Finland tonight. We're expecting a Turkish win, I assume, all round.
Yeah, more likely.
And so if we go on under those circumstances, that's going to be 2 wins for Turkey. And are we going to kind of assume that Turkey's going to beat North America as well.
But in this group, it's actually interesting. The second week results: Finland and the USA, they played a draw. So if Finland gets enough rounds on Turkey this week,
Yeah, exactly.
they might be able
It's
to
about getting more
beat
rounds.
out NA.
But the thing is, NA kind of have an actual advantage in that sense because they play home away, so they're more likely to get more rounds against Turkey.
Yeah, it's always going to
Yeah,
be really
but
close.
Finland, they have some really brilliant tactical minds, and they thought of some tactics that would just give them a few rounds.
Yeah.
Like shock tactics, for example.
Well,
I'm sorry if I'm giving away too much.
If
but
they can really hammer Austria, Switzerland, then they have a good chance, I think.
Exactly.
But Turkey gonna have a really hard time playing on that NA server. So we'll just have to see. Turkish internet has improved, in the past few years. I've been monitoring it closely. As a
Yeah,
user.
but I
They
hope
still get
that
160 or something on Central, don't they? So,
yeah,
brutal.
I mean, you could probably get some with like maybe 130 or so on New York server, which is what
Yeah,
they play on.
I hope
Did
that
they play in New York or did they play Central?
They should play in New York. They're Turkey, right? Well, of course they should play in New York.
I think they played in Central last time. I'm not sure.
Why would they play on Central?
Well, for the home and away.
Yeah. Unless they played Central on like a Turkish server or something, but I don't think NA should agree to that. They would play on New York, I would imagine.
Okay.
Okay. So then we're thinking still a Turkish victory, though.
Yeah, normally.
Yeah, but it's going to be tough for them. I mean, I've heard Raiden say it as well. The team, well, he said the team doesn't have as much quality as it did last year's, but I think he's over exaggerating.
Well, you're missing like what's his name? What's this guy's name?
There's a lot of Turkish players.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
You mean Napoleon?
That's Ersman?
He's in the team.
Oh, is he?
Napoleon, he isn't in the team, for example. If we want to look at big names.
Sakichi's
Yeah,
not playing either, I don't think.
Sigisi not playing. He's on the roster, but he's not playing. I haven't seen him in a while playing
Mhm.
Warband, so
And Toy, same thing. He isn't playing that much either.
yeah, sorry, never.
But the only ones who really aren't on the roster are guys like Napoleon and Midgard who just don't play the game anymore. But for the rest, they have a lot of quality players, so I'm pretty
Christy
sure
have a
they'll do
pretty
fine.
good roster.
Yeah, I mean they're always putting out a strong team. We know that.
Mm.
But like for example, the result versus Austria and Switzerland, it wasn't as one-sided as I expected. Like they still won fair and straight, but giving up 5 rounds, it might be a lot for some people. So maybe it just shows that they're not as confident as they should be, and that maybe a chance to get as many rounds as possible for the match.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a maths exam working out what's gonna happen with that group. I guess we'll see how it plays out. And obviously, the Turkey-Finland match is really important tonight. If they can get a lot of rounds against Turkey, then Finland are going to be in great shape to have a chance of going through at least. Turtle is who I'm thinking of, not Ersman. Turtle, that's it.
Oh, he's not
He's
coming
kind of
back
retired,
yet.
yeah. So I mean, they miss him.
No,
They miss
well,
him from last year,
Yeah.
and
Who knows? He's coming back.
he's
sometime.
going to come back.
Not this tournament, but at some point he's going to come back.
How do you know?
He has this exam year in Turkey. You probably know about it. I don't know how many people know about it in Turkey. The exam year is like really tough.
Yeah. Well, if you're applying for like university, it's really important to get that exam because it's like it's one exam, basically.
From what I've heard, he only quit Warband to focus on those exams, and after that he'll come back.
Yeah, that's understandable. All right, so let's talk about Group C. I kind of go through that one. OGL,
Hmm?
since you're in Group C, I want you to tell me what you're thinking. You'll dispatch Ireland tonight. What do you
Yes. Well, it'll come down to next week, won't it, against Poland. I think we have a good chance against Poland.
think? Tell me more.
As the pot 2 team, not that I'm bitter.
Pot 2, but then you got like M and someone else join the team. It's like, oh, they should have been Pot 1.
But M was always in the team.
There's some dodgy pots happening there. I say this as the lead happening. No, there's no pot. The pots were clean. But UK to get in the second pot. I think they were certainly on the border of first pot. Poland, though, 2-time champions, not an easy team to beat.
No, but Well, we're both evenly matched. I would think in player skill. It just comes down to the on the day on the things getting commanded and whatnot.
Are UK prone to choking?
Sometimes Cleric would say otherwise. We never choke, and then we always choke in the semi-final. But I think this time the atmosphere is a bit different this time. I think.
It's a non-choking atmosphere.
Yes.
Who is the most irritating person in the team?
What, the UK team?
Yeah.
I'm sure many would say me.
Yeah, I agree.
You're not in the team. You don't get a say.
No.
You can't ask me that because I'll answer honestly, and then
You hurt someone's feelings.
yeah, or I'll just say something.
Would that person's feelings be hurt if you said their name?
Well, there's quite a few people I find annoying. I'll just say Pepper just as a safe option.
Right.
He's easily the most annoying person.
Okay, because he won't get offended because you're buddies.
If you're trying to get me to say Fieta, he's not really in the team
Is he not?
as far as I'm concerned.
Is he
He's
playing?
not showing up to anything,
Ooh.
Oh,
thankfully.
he's shown up to this.
But he continues to never show up.
He's shown up to this. He's just chatting away.
Well, that's as far as he can get into Warband, in my opinion.
Do tweet in at us, by the way, or what Twitters are on the screen. So you think UK can see it through?
Yeah, I would say so. Good chance. I mean,
So-
we're through once we beat Ireland anyway. But I think if we lose against Poland, we end up against Turkey or something. So we have to win a hard team eventually anyway.
I
so
would give the UK a better chance against Turkey than against Poland. Actually, I think Poland are going to be really hard for the UK.
I would say the opposite, but it's up to you.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm not saying that. So,
Well, then, disagree.
well, then we will. So Tyler, what are you thinking? UK Poland?
Well, that's definitely going to be the most interesting match of the groups because I think we have two of the favorites, maybe two of the most interesting favorites of the Nation Cup. So
A group of death.
yeah, but actually I would still go with Virgil and go for a UK victory because
You just saying
if
like some here.
exactly. Like if you just go off, I would say that you prolong the upper hand, but no. But seriously, the thing with UK is that they have. I've played against them, and I think that they are most scaring than Poland. We have played with France versus Poland, and even though we beat them because they are better for now, it was some close runs as far as I remember. Versus UK, I had the impression that we more or less didn't stand a chance versus them, that they could have win any time, and that we didn't really manage to make them fear us. So I'm not sure. I think it's going to be a tough match, but if I had to bet on one team, it would be UK definitely. And since we have a betting corner, that's what I'm going to do. All my money on UK.
All right.
All your money. It's
What
high
do you
risk.
think?
All your money.
Do you have some kind of secret information that's going to change our opinions on this? What's the
Well,
gossip?
actually,
What's the
I
gossip on
do.
this? You do.
Well, it's
I
not
knew you
gossip.
would. Nice.
It's not gossip, but if we look at the maps for a bit, Poland will win
Right.
if they get the chance to shoot. Because I'm sorry, OGL, if against Polish archers alone you won't be able to make it. But what I see here, it's actually pretty Poland favored. Like Fort of Honor
archery maps.
with two
archery
archer.
maps.
Yeah, two
It's
archer
quite
maps.
annoying maps,
With
actually.
Sarenet far, with Serenet's Fagirs. So what will Poland do? They'll just take 4 archers and run away whenever you try to touch them,
Look at this.
and they'll just keep shooting. So, as if UK can get around it, I'll have a lot of respect for them. But I have to vote for Poland here simply because it's the most annoying maps UK could have faced them on.
John, I want to ask you this: if UK go down, oh, you don't seem happy. If UK go down 5-2 after the first map, let's say,
Okay.
do you have? Can you put it back together after that point and beat them on Castellum, or are you just in tatters at that point? What's the UK team's mentality?
What you mean, like our morale?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we can bring it back.
You're not worried about going.
We're not going to go down 5-2. If they take 4 archers,
if you did go down
snatch
5-2,
up.
you've got to be ready to do that. You know, Poland can handle going down 5-2. They'll just keep playing their best. But UK,
What are you basing this on? This is nonsense.
I've played in the UK team.
Yeah, and now you're out of it, and we're not going to have you randomly changing to infantry and chucking your throwing axes into people's heads on our team.
I think
We're not-
I don't think it was a headshot. I think it was. Then no, it's impressive. Great. I think it was really Crazy Boy that kind of ruined the morale when he was playing. No, you don't have Crazy Boy anymore. I love Crazy Boy. He's a nice guy.
I mean, the AA guys, they do have this thing where they're just going to smash everyone, and then Cleric gets headshot. Oh, then the mood is just down straight away. But I think I'll cheer everyone up. Like, okay, it's my job. I've decided now. I'll cheer everyone up.
Oh, they're really screwed then.
Yeah. Okay.
Fieta's tweeting us in. So I told you he's attending this.
Yeah.
He said that he believes that OGL is mad, and that he didn't play in the UK team because he quit. And he also said, ask OGL if he said, Fieta, your talent is infantry. He misses me. I don't really understand these tweets.
I think he was talking about how he was going to play Archer. I said, Fieta, you're so bad at archery and cavalry that you should just stick to infantry and actually get good at it, which he's not.
Yeah, with his 250 hours of one-handed dueling, he can... not a huge loss to the team, I don't think.
Burst kiddos.
Outrageous. Okay.
Sorry, I'll stop talking Fieta.
So you'll give us your thoughts on Poland, UK. I think we're thinking UK except for Watley.
Sixer Rebel.
But I do think the UK probably going to pull through there.
Well, Wally is right about the maps, to be honest. The maps are quite annoying.
They're not UK friendly.
And we know Harmon's good at both maps. He's got good.
I saw that Dominique is playing again for Poland, so you want to watch out.
Mm.
One of my favorite players. Dominique is a hot pick of mine.
Who? Just
Ref Dominique, great Cav. Sorry, great Cav.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll make the difference. I think mostly.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. You got cats like OGL, Pepper in there. They've never even played against Ref
let me
Dominique.
put another player forward.
I know who Dominique is. I was just kidding.
This year they have Metafix, and Metafix is actually one of the most influential changes in the Polish team because it just changes their team from a really annoying archer team to please don't play archery.
I want to ask you as well, how's it going with Anthony and Anaconda in the team?
Anaconda's not in the team, unfortunately, but Anthony is in. He's hilarious.
Yeah?
He's been giving me a lot of advice. And
Yeah? Good advice?
He's head of discipline in the team.
Really?
Yeah.
He's matured now.
Yeah.
Because when I played with him in the five-a-side a few years ago, he just shut up drunk to every match. He was an absolute
Maybe
mess.
he still is. That would explain a lot.
He is, yeah.
But he's playing really well, and he's
He
really
managed to
funny
wean
as well.
himself off Call of Duty right now.
I assume so. He's playing quite a lot, yeah.
Yeah, I saw him on IG recently, actually. I play sometimes.
Anthony's really funny. He's actually, I've decided he's going to be in charge of boosting morale.
Yeah,
if we
that'd
win
be
some
a much
rounds.
better choice than you.
Yeah, thank you.
No, it's just good that you can recognise that. You know what I mean?
There's no room for ego in the UK
exactly,
team. It's all about the team.
I think that gives me a positive impression now that you said that so freely. Okay, week 3.
I am the best, after all.
Germany versus Russia. That's going to be the big match. Let's talk about week 2. Germany versus Norway and Denmark. Germany hammered them last night. Russia, Yugoslavia. Is that tonight or was that last night? Who knows?
I'm not sure.
Well, the threat knows maybe. I don't think they played it.
It's tomorrow night. It's tonight. Sorry.
Alright.
We're expecting Russia to take that pretty comfortably anyway. Surely. Okay, so scrolling down to week 3, Germany, Russia. I mean, do Russia still have what it takes? They have the Ukrainian players now, which some people are kind of annoyed about, but it does give a big boost of strength to their side no matter what.
It's just Benedetto, isn't it? But...
Benedetto and Flex.
Flex, yeah.
But it hasn't been really that
two
impressive.
upstanding characters, I gotta say. Two of the most clean. I mean, they're going to be winning the Fair Play Award, these guys, right? Benedetto and Flex, immaculate records, both of them.
Who knows? Surprised that aren't out of the world yet.
So it's great. It's great to see them inspiring hope in the Russian team after scandals in previous years. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well,
I guess so.
Why did you allow the alliance then, if you feel that way?
Well, it's a complicated issue.
Okay.
But
would you mind explaining a bit, Lust?
Yeah, we've got time.
the thing was ultimately we discussed all of these things, but what it came down to was we did have a vote, but what it essentially came down to was saying, have they really done any less than the teams which you've already given alliances to? Have they failed in any way? I mean, their argument was just that they tried to set up a Ukraine team, they didn't have enough players to do it, and since we don't have 12 Ukrainian players banging on our door saying, "Where's our team? Why did you alliance with Russia?" You can only assume that probably the team just wasn't working out. I know some people said they had training matches against them, and this was factoring into us as well. But ultimately, if they can't motivate people to play, we can't force them. And they were very helpful in providing information about how many players they had and so on. So we ultimately decided to give them the alliance. I hope I don't regret it, but I think it was fair, even if Benedetto, Watley, even if Benedetto and Flex have just a little bit of way to go in regaining the trust of the community, at least in my opinion.
We've lost Watley, have we?
We have lost
What a
Watley.
shame.
Oh, I don't say it like that. I love Watley. So, Germany versus Russia, though. How serious are Russia's chances in this game? What do you think, Tyler?
Well, surprisingly, I'm not as confident as for the other team because, of course, Russia is part of a big nation.
Mm-hmm.
But their game versus Norway and Denmark was actually one of the closest game with America and fell on the side, put aside. So it was 9-5 for Russia, I think,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not mistaken.
I think you might be
And
right.
it's not that not that difference. Like only 4 rounds, I would have expect more for Russia. So I would say that mistake can happen. That maybe have some stuff to fix. But yeah, I mean no problem versus Yugoslavia whatsoever. But versus Germany, I'm pretty sure that Germany got the advantage and that they should be winning this.
Yeah, it is weird to see them lose so many rounds. It looks like they did really well on Naval Outpost, but they kind of lost it. Well,
Yeah,
actually, having a look at the screenshots, it looks like they sort of lost it in the last set, so maybe they weren't really taking it too seriously. You know what I mean?
maybe, but that's
It's a bad idea, though.
that's the same story for France. Like we actually stomped Sweden on Naval Outpost 6-0, and then came the open map, and it was another story. So that's cool to say that. Yeah, you are just gonna. You say you took the victory, so you're just gonna give up and give them the last round. But still, I mean, I wouldn't be too confident if I was Russia, and I mean, I'm pretty sure that they still have something more interesting in the bank to show to Germany, more than that they show to Norway and Denmark, and that should be logic because that's not the same standard. So maybe they are just keeping in a saving strategy for the real match, let's say. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not-
that's right.
I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure it would be an interesting match. But from what I've seen, Germany is much more confident and they are showing more.
Russia still have a lot of great players, though. I mean, really, if you think about it, they could really
Yeah,
make
that's
something happen.
But
That's-
if they don't get the potential out of those players, it doesn't really matter whether they have good players or not. It just won't work out for them.
And really, they only really have great archers. The rest of them are just kind of good enough.
Mhm.
So it relies on their team play and the archers making the
Flex
shots.
is a pretty good inf and a decent horseman as well.
Yeah,
But then again, they're against the might of Germany's inf.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, Germany always lacks something, I think, as well. But now they've got Hives. And Hives, I think Hives just like changes
Oh.
whole games.
Yeah,
He
that's
really
true.
does.
Yeah,
Hives is absolutely insane. And come on, Scar is up in there. I'm looking at these screenshots. Scar become a big 7-2. I mean, he's a really big threat, whatever team he's in, right?
Oh,
No?
Yeah, he just left it. Just block right.
Not,
and you're fine.
not impressed by Scar?
Well, let me put it like this: his game is effective, but it's incredibly ugly to watch.
Oh, in the aesthetics.
Masterful
Right
infantry.
in the aesthetics.
I mean, it's so bare essentials. He's probably the best at blocking and then spamming left.
yeah, but
The single best infantry.
Scar
ever.
is like the least respected of like the top A infantry. Everyone
Yeah,
thinks
I
he's
know.
just like a.
that's true. But
I-
as
right.
long as
I
it
mean,
works.
I won't deny that he's an incredibly good infantry, but it looks ugly.
What do other people think of this?
I would say he does exactly the same as Watley, except does it better. So. Because that's all Watley does as well, is spam left to just try and get around the
No,
site.
no. Sometimes I decide to
you
just
could be
walk
the root of this
backwards
now, Wally.
and run away.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are always a bit like rude with Scar, saying that he's not as good as your upper A infantry.
Mhm.
However, maybe if he's not as good, or yeah, let's say that he's not the best infantry. He's still like one of the best. And as long as it works, I mean, we are not here to play beautifully. We are here to win. And if Scar is doing some stuff which is not really beautiful to see, which is not amazing, but it's still working, then go for it. I mean, if you don't know how to counter that, then that's your problem.
Yeah, true that. And,
Well said.
they're not just Scar as well. I mean, they've got a lot of great players now. I'm looking at it, like Neothar,
Yeah,
Hopkins,
Lily.
Sphere,
Super
Zero,
Lily.
Super Lily.
Super
of course,
Lily
you
is
know,
doing
you can mention any of these
awesomely.
players, they're absolutely great, yeah. So, I'm looking forward to seeing them play Russia. Hopefully we can stream that match. So I'd love to stream all of those Week 3 high-level games, but...
It's all going to be on Sunday.
So, Yugoslavia versus Norway, Denmark. Any little thoughts on that? I'm kind of thinking Yugoslavia right now, after Norden getting absolutely hammered by Germany, but what do you think?
I'd still give the benefit of the doubt to Norway, Denmark, but I'm not so sure. Thing is, Yugoslavia, the players they have, it's... Well, I mean, they have a few players that perform really well, like Smiley. That's actually about it.
Shoxy and Gannicus. Gannicus be doing okay, isn't
Yeah, alright. Yeah, they're performing well, but I don't know. Like Norway, Denmark also have a few players that perform well often, even though they're looked down upon
he?
quite
Yeah,
a bit.
Anders come back, though, didn't they?
Yeah, like Anders and Viklov is also doing quite well.
They also got Kohath in there. You can put in some solid performances when he's playing well.
DOF players.
Mm.
Golf players. Okay. So we kind of covered all the groups there. I want everyone to kind of say who they're expecting to win the tournament right now. Kind of want you guys to go on record. Who is it? And you can say yourselves if you like. That's okay. But you also
Okay,
have to
you
say.
say them.
But you also have to say one which isn't yourselves as well. So.
Yeah.
So I guess you can't say yourselves. Really. Okay. So let's start with you, Tyler.
Well, as I said, and I think I already posted it on Terwords, I'm with UK. Like, I really think that if it's fair, yeah, if nothing. So I'm pretty convinced that they can do really good, and that if they manage to get everything right, they can win the title. But I wouldn't put Poland and Turkey out of the picture yet, because they are still really frightening, and it will really depend on how they do versus UK. I'm really looking forward to UK versus Poland. If UK take the upper hand as I expected, I'm with them, and I say that they won't stop until the final, and that they will crush whoever try to face them. If they lose, then that's another story, and I might have to rethink my statement.
So you think Benin and Germany are a little bit further behind right now than those other three?
It's more like I don't really know what they are up to. I know that Benin won. They finished second, right? The last Nation Cup last year.
Mm-hmm.
And Germany won once, but
2013, yeah.
yeah, but Scar was leading in 2014, and he's not right now. So that's a big change, in my opinion. And as rightly say, Benin is still really strong, but I wouldn't say that they are not maybe as strong as the other, but I still think they are missing something. So that's I guess they will have to prove me wrong, and I'm sure they will be happy to do so.
Come on,
But-
I want to hear your response to this right now.
Well, it's not that
And your
we're...
prediction.
Actually, it's going exactly the same as last year. Last year, pre-season, we didn't do anything that showed us that we didn't show anything like that we would get out of the group stage at first, and we got second place. And right now, we're just accelerating when the tournament starts. I get the feeling that the average Dutch or Belgian player is quite cocky, and they feel somewhat all bad about playing
Just a
easy
bunch of
matches.
cheeky, lovable lads, are you? Bunch
Yeah,
of little
exactly.
young roads, bunch of little ruffians.
But when we get at the tough matches, everyone starts yelling and everyone goes try hard, and well, it's just fun to be a part of.
Does Attila go nuts?
Yeah. Actually, it's been going nuts all pre-season, but
Really?
yeah,
He hasn't lost his fire. If anything, it's got hotter. Is that what you're saying?
exactly.
Wow,
He's
that's what you
still
mean.
as good as ever.
He's playing well as well.
Yeah, he is.
So your prediction is Benet for the championship then.
Yeah, of course.
Who's your second?
Yeah, it's difficult. I'd say Poland, even though I don't. I'm not a huge fan of Poland. I mean, their style is literally give every man who can a bow, and run away whenever you see an enemy.
That's great. That's one of the best styles.
No, it's disgusting.
Well, you've been playing this game for 5 years. I assume you know it's disgusting, so maybe it is disgusting.
Exactly. Just follow my opinion, Lust.
OGL,
From what I've seen of everyone that's played, UK or Turkey will win. But if Poland suddenly pull out of the bag and are suddenly really good again, which they can be, then they'd be up there as well. So I wouldn't want to.
So you also think
choose
Benny and
between
Germany are just a little bit further behind right now?
I think Benny lacks something in infantry and a little bit of cav, and I think Germany, to do a cleric, they lack something in the mentality. Although now that Hives is there, I think their cav's really up there because they've got Hives, Killer. If Viver turned up, then that would be good, but I don't think Viver's going to play.
Actually, that's going to be interesting to see how Drax is doing in the leading part, because that's the first time he will be leading the national team.
How did you find him in IR?
He was always good, but he's the kind of leader who is always really hard with himself. Like he's always saying that he's not doing good enough. In some parts, it's good because it always makes you try to do your best. But on the other hand, it's maybe show that you lack some confidence, and confidence is important when you are going into match versus Turkey, Poland.
As someone who's played with Nabajuki and Paolo, you know the importance of confidence, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like Debbie, every single time he's entering a server, it's to win. Nothing else. So
Who's this? Newbie says this?
yeah, no, it's not. It's me who say this. Like
You say okay.
yeah, he's just showing so much confidence, and even not just one.
Who says Savo? Who says Savo?
What? Sorry.
Who says Savo?
What?
You say so someone says to win. Who is it that says that?
It's a Nibby.
Newbie.
Yeah, Nibby.
Okay.
I'm sure. I'm a bit confused. Sorry. I was just saying that Nibby is always doing his best, whatever the match is. So it's always great to have him as a leader. And I'm not sure if Drax can do the same thing. Maybe he can. He has been doing sometimes that for IR, but it's not the same thing always. So it will depend on his mind, I guess.
He's a very good player as well. I really like to see Drax play.
Mm-hmm.
We have a tweet in here from Yona, You're Not Alone. Former one-time guest on Horse and Sword. Nice chap as well. You sort of taken over the long locks torch from him, Ocho.
I think he's still got longer locks.
I think he does, yeah. And more beautiful.
I'm
sorry, the blonde.
No offense, his elven hair is something to aspire to.
In chat as well. He's tweeted in saying that I'm going to read him quote unquote. I've never seen someone having so much impact on the inf play on closed maps as @scar_mbw has. Same goes for Lily on open. So there you go. Big love for Scar from Yona, despite your naysaying.
Leaping to the German defense.
We've never been naysaying. We just call this game ugly.
Scar is a great player, and
Agreed.
And I hope Germany do really well as well. Okay then, so I mean we talked a lot about the NC. I want to quickly touch on some other tournaments as well. I mean, unless anyone has any other thoughts on the NC or any gossip.
Well, actually, there's been some gossip on your part. There's going to be a tournament for the ones who drop out of the group stage, right?
Yeah, there is. That's going to happen.
Is there?
Could you tell us a bit more about it?
I think it's going to be whoever else is able to sort of carry on. I don't know if all the teams are going to want to play on, but whichever ones are, we're going to run like a knockout. But it's going to be like like a quarter-final, semi-final, final type thing. Just a single elimination.
That's quite cool.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes sense as well because it's like the teams get together and then you can get like a kind of second-tier winner as well. So that'd be quite fun. Nations Cup B, I want to call it. It sounds like football.
Yeah, I would be all for it.
Nations Cup B. So you think France are going to make it into that?
No, I'm saying I would be up for the Heidi, not for my team. We're not going to get a...
No, you're already through, I think, anyway, aren't you? 2 wins?
Yeah, and normally, yeah, we're not...
Actually, that's not guaranteed through, actually, I don't think.
Yeah, exactly. But normally, except if we get stomped by Benny 12-0.
I think you'll be okay.
Which won't happen, likely. I'm sorry, but no way we just get stomped by you. But normally, yeah, we are out of the groups, so we should get into the quarters, and then it will depend how who we are facing. So yeah.
All right. So I guess we can start to move towards wrapping it up there. I want to say. Do any of you know what happened in the Scramble League? Did any of you play in the Scramble League? Because I don't really know much about it.
Oh, about Scramble League. It's actually pretty much finished
I think it's
already.
Finished now, right? Yeah. But I wonder if someone can give a bit of a report on that so that people know what's going on with it.
Well, the winner has been Team Garnet, which is surprisingly Tarambar's team. No offense to Tarambar. He's lovely. Yeah,
They had a stack team though. They had like Raiden, Jarvis,
Shema as well,
other
didn't they?
people. Shem was in there, was he? Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Scramble
not a fix.
League. Get better at scrambling.
Lost. Don't be so degrading. It was a good tournament.
I'm sure it was a great tournament. It was run by I don't know who the admins were. Let's my
Telendor,
Bellendor's idea.
Telendor.
And
Yeah,
then,
Surkan.
Bellendor, Surkan, Shayless, and I were the admins.
okay, yeah, it's very cool.
Well, it's
Oh, you were an
almost
admin.
finished.
That's cool, Wally.
Yeah, at some point. And
I'm glad I invited you on. I was already
You
glad.
were always
I was
glad
already, I
to
was already
invite
glad.
me,
I was already
you
glad.
know. Anyway, we're still waiting to finish the bronze match. There's some hiccup. As far as the tournament goes, the winner has already been
It's
decided.
gone
and-
pretty well. I think people had a good time. Whenever I spoke to anyone who was playing it, they were like, "Oh, we're having a good time." Got my Scramble
Yeah.
League match. They liked it. It's a really
the
nice
thing
idea.
is-
It's a really nice idea.
Yeah, but it's still tough in practice. You know, there were a lot of dropouts, and
Yeah,
we
of
need
course.
to, and they need to be dealt with. So
But these events are so great for getting people to know other people in the scene. I mean, by Nations Cup now, there's a lot of people playing the Nations Cup. They're not even meeting any new players because they've played with all these people from before. NA team. But you know, events like this, and this is actually the first event that I ran in Warband was mixed five-a-side. So it was like you have to mix your clans and stuff like that. So it was. It's always good to have these kind of events so that the scene comes closer together.
Mhm.
Lots of respect to them for running it. We've also got like a duel tournament going on right now. I played in this, that's why I know about it. And
yeah, you did pretty well,
I got
right?
pretty far. I beat a couple guys.
Bizarrely.
Bizarrely. You wanna go right now? Grey Warden's running this. Grey Warden is running it with Arnie. You just gotta face farm sometimes when these things happen. Yeah, but it was pretty good. I beat one person. Was it Balgler I beat? Because
You beat Bogler and you beat Kawhi as
Kawhi,
well.
yeah, but Balgler took a cleaver, and I really felt bad because he just had no chance. Because the cleaver is a terrible idea. I don't want to took Rodox, and that thing is probably already out. It's
Yeah,
really
but you should still be able to outskill someone
Mm.
if you've got
well, you know.
as many hours as Bogler has.
Yeah,
And
but think about who he's playing against.
yeah, I am.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
That's what I'm saying. Kawhi was really hard actually. It was went down to the last duel and I had like 10% health left. Like he was a really hard duel. I looked at his Steam profile, and if you've ever been to Kawhi's Steam profile, I advise you to go there just for the experience because it's just an overwhelming mess of just anime. It's awful. And so I'm thinking, this guy, I'm gonna play this goon. But he was actually really nice guy, and he played a really interesting, cool game as well. Kind of random and crazy. I talked to OGL about it at the time.
Mm.
OGL had a different theory on why he played like that, but I really appreciate playing against him. Do any of you guys play in it in the tournament?
Yeah.
I think I
The
did.
one-handed dueling thing. You guys got
I
knocked
got-
out? Ah, that's
I
too
did-
bad.
I got
that's
tricked
me.
by the Roo.
I just got dragged in the first stage, I think.
That's shade, yeah.
I mean, at least I got to round 4 last. You can't say that.
Did you get to round 4?
Yeah.
It's further than me.
Where I got completely hammered.
Well, I think that's
Still, I got
that's
to
where
round
was,
4.
actually. I think that's where I got to. Yeah. I
No, you got to round
started-
3 last. I have
Did I?
I have the picture here.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
you're
you
right,
got it.
okay, fine. Damn it.
I got tricked by the Roo because I beat Farunian and it was. I think I won quite far ahead eventually, but I was kind of like, oh, huh, glad that's over. I was in TS with Luru at the time. He was like, right, now you're fighting me, and just turned up on the server and played me. I feel that's
Yeah,
trick.
you should never do that. This is what happened to me with Fire and Sword duel tournament. Because I was like gonna beat this like Polish guy, and then he like messages me at like 11:30 p.m. I'm already kind of a bit buzzing and stuff, and he's like, this isn't like 4 years ago. I'm not salty. And then he just shows up with like his whole crew of like people from his like Fire and Sword clan. They've been playing like all day, and it's like with Fire and Sword, so everyone has 8 athletics and like the fastest sword you've ever seen, and he's learned how to kick. In between when I played him before and when I played him then, and yeah, he just beat me. It really sucked. Like I was gonna get a graphics card then, but I got like a 3D vision.
Well, underhanded Benny
It was
tactics.
a bad experience
That's
for me.
what I lost to.
Benny tactics.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, Liverpool's good though. He would have beaten you anyway. Let's face it.
Yeah, but maybe not 7-0.
Not your finest hour.
No.
All right. So we've touched on a lot of issues. I'm really glad to have all of you on here. I want to kind of ask if you want to mention any other things in the scene in general, or ask you how it's going. I mean, Nations Cup, it's like there's generally a bit less gossip, although there's plenty of drama. There's just a bit less gossip because you don't have like all the clan transfers and things.
There's always drama because it's Warband, but
Of course.
not more or less than than any other tournament.
Exactly.
Yeah, actually, the great thing about this period is that for some reason it's actually quite stable clan-wise. I mean, there's some clans that are constantly disbanding and forming,
that's
but
true.
more of the
Wakey knows a lot about it, I guess.
but clans like
He's a minute
IR
clan man.
and etc. IR and so they're together right now.
Nameless
and-
coming back?
No. you can just scrap that off the list. It will never happen.
What clan are you in now? I can't even remember.
None right now.
What are you going to do then? What's your plan?
I don't have any plans yet. I'll see.
Does anyone want you?
No.
I meant that in a nice way.
No.
Nobody wants you.
Nobody wants me.
That sucks. Why is there no home for Watley in this scene? You
I
can
don't-
just come on MBTV. You can like, yeah, that'll be good enough.
I mean, after I got semi-kicked from
You
Castellans,
can
my
host a competitive
reputation
podcast
plummeted.
on MBTV. That's what
Semi-kick.
I envision for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like...
That's a bit awkward, isn't it? That I brought you both on
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry for embarrassing you.
Well, no, it's not really that embarrassing.
Nah, it's okay. You shouldn't be embarrassed. I'm sure you'll find a home, Watley. And please, if you do have a home for a
Just stay
sick
here.
and cold Watley, bring him into your clan, take care of him, and he'll reward you with lots of love and affection. Isn't that right, Watley?
Exactly.
He'll reward you by trying to switch classes in the middle of it and then going back to playing his old class as soon as he leaves.
He gets it.
What did you try and play infantry, Watley?
Yeah, I did.
Because nobody could handle Donor.
Well, I did. I could. Man, the only spawn in which I played infantry in Castellans, I had 7 kills. Don't look down on me.
Alright. So no gossip then? No extra issues that anyone wants to discuss or things that people want to raise?
No.
I mean,
I
go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that it's not so much gossip, but I'm planning on doing the next edition of a Warband Double tournament soon. I'm working on that. I'm trying to get some people to work with me. But for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, it was the 2 versus 2 tournament
Yeah.
that I hosted some month ago. So this one was a test edition, and I've got to know what I have to work on it to make it far better than the first edition. So normally I'm not sure when, but normally in 1 or 2 months, you should have some fruit popping up and telling you more about it. I
Awesome,
guess.
I can't wait. I want to play in that again. OGL, do you want to be my teammate?
Sure.
I can show you some things.
Yeah. I'll carry you if you want.
It's happening right now.
Is it all infantry?
07's going to carry me in the doubles tournament. I can't wait. You what, sorry?
Is it all infantry, or are you going to do that? Was it you that did the one where you could switch classes, or is that another one?
Yeah, you can switch classes, right? Got it?
Yeah, what? Sorry.
You can play different classes in your tournament, right?
Yeah, that's the point.
You can
Actually,
do,
I'm
like,
thinking
freaky
I'm gonna.
stuff. You have to play
Yeah.
1 inf, is that right? You got to play at least 1 inf.
I think it's that. Yeah, you have to play 1 inf, and you can play one cav or one archer if you want. It's up
we
to
can
you.
do some smart stuff. We can like switch between like one of us can attempt to play cav, and then
I'll be cav.
and then,
He's
then,
the best
then
cav I've
both,
seen.
then both of us can fail to play infantry, and then one of us can try and play archer and mess up or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should be fun.
that'd be a great idea. Okay. Yes, I want to sort of go through like a few shout outs. I want to say, I already mentioned it earlier, but I want to shout out to you, Tardet, for sort of, like doing these match previews and stuff. I already mentioned like as the matches get more exciting, it's going to be great having these here, and getting hyped up before these big games. Obviously, I want to shout out to Osiris for the video competition as well. Entries are closed, and I think there's going to be some winners announced and stuff. But that was a really great idea, and it got people making stuff and little videos and things. Check them all out. I'm really biased, so I think one I really liked was M's one for the UK team. It was just kind of bonkers. Actually, we can watch some of these things, right? We could make this happen. Let's go on this and watch a few of these videos. We're already running over a little bit, but some of these worth watching. Which ones have we got? Yugoslavia promotional video. I mean, it's 2 minutes long, so we're not going to watch the whole thing, but we can watch a bit of this. We'll put in an effort, coming up with cool ideas. Love this stuff. Why is it so quiet? Okay, no sound on that one. Okay. Benny boys repping. Yeah, the Benny one was cool. Did Caesar make this? Boy?
No,
Caesar.
completely incapable of that.
LaRue must have made it, right?
Yeah.
Universally considered the
It
funniest
was
guy
pretty
in
much.
Ace.
Well, yeah, he made a video.
Banehead et al. The crazy place.
Please, please.
Caesar making a video. I'd love to see a video made by
Wilder with
Caesar.
a double headshot.
Caesar, get on that.
Whoa!
Why would you want to watch a video made by
Nice.
Caesar?
That'd be
Why would you?
Touches.
Yeah, but why would you? Why waste your time? on
Yes!
Who did the voice acting for this video?
Everyone.
Okay,
You
that's
can
pretty
just look at the characters.
cool.
and-
I love them all, but I want to play the UK one just quickly now because I didn't like that one especially. It's just stupid.
Mitchell.
Very fancy editing. Such a stupid song. Oh my god, that is disgusting. Alright. And before I forget these as well. Shout out to Yami for working on the stats, I think with Harmon as well. And Charlotte's running the betting corner. Definitely get involved, do some bets. Do a better job than I did and OGL did. We both ruined our betting things, messing them up.
Didn't I win one of the betting ones? You never updated it.
Yep. And you did just as bad on your betting thread.
Well, yeah.
No, you just
Wasn't that betting
abandoned.
thread?
You abandoned yours first week.
It was so much work. I could not be bothered.
Yeah, well, I did all of it except for the end bit. So you think of all the enjoyment everyone got throughout the tournament, and then they were just sad when it's over. That's
I
okay.
guess.
I think you probably were going to win. But my one was one of the best ones ever, I think. Had a
Yeah,
great,
you did it really well.
Had a great system.
Yeah. You just all you had to do was just that last bit at the moment to finish it all off, and it would have been perfect.
Nah, whoop, no, don't care. But yeah, it's obviously very cool having lots of people get involved. Shout out to all my admins as well, doing so much work. All of you really, it's very great. Such a good admin team. Do you guys want to do some shoutouts? Let's go kind of clockwise and say if you want to do some shoutouts.
Well, no, not really. I don't have any
Don't really
shout-outs.
shout outs. Shout out to the Benny team. Do anything. Just say anything. Your Twitter
Alright.
at WatleyWV is going to start tweeting soon. I can tell.
I'm going to shout out to OGL, who's done an amazing
Right
job
here.
so far to
That's
get
a
the
terrible
UK
shout
team.
out.
I
Oh, I
refuse
love-
that shout.
Why would
Oh.
you just shout us out to someone who you've been speaking to for the past hour? That doesn't make any sense.
Wait,
That's bizarre as shouting out.
I'm going to shout out to
I'm
dinner.
gonna keep going, and then you can have a think about a better shout out. Then
No,
we're
I
gonna
got
come
the
back. No, we're gonna
shout
come
out.
back.
I'm
No, we're gonna come back.
No,
to you.
no.
Watley, we're gonna come back to you.
No.
Tyler, would you like to do some shout outs?
I have many actually.
Oh, great.
I would have to shout out to all the Renegades chaps as usual, because I know that they will be watching this somehow, anyhow. So yeah, big shout out to you guys, and I hope that one day we will come back, because we will definitely. Big shout out to all the French team as well, because I know that it's not always easy to get everyone else, all the French people on touch, but we managed to do something which is really decent, and I hope that we will go as far as possible in this tournament.
Yeah.
And finally, shout out to my German friends, Lily and Nikki. I know that they're probably my most important fans on the scene. They are always giving me nice
Nikki,
words. Nikki, yeah, from the higher, Nikki and Super Lily. So, yeah, just big shout out to both of them, because they are amazing and they are helping me a lot.
Alright, that's cool. OGL, got some shout outs? Your first time on the show? Thanks for coming on, OGL. First time, come on.
You're welcome. Thank you.
What's your first time shout outs?
I'll shout out to my Siege brother and Raged brother, Pepper. Stuck by me by thick and thin. And I'll shout out to Jin, the mightiest warrior of Warband.
I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, Watley, you've had some time to think.
Alright, alright.
Hopefully some time to remorse what you did the first time around. And I want to ask you, do you have any shout outs, Watley?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out to, first of all, dinner on whose kebab we can be carried all day long. The best Turk in the scene playing for Benne.
Right?
Oh, amazing. And I'd like to shout out to Sirken, who even though he lost my trike in Ark, he can still hope for maybe one round today.
Alright. Good. Stop playing Ark, everyone. It's a terrible game. thanks for your shout-outs.
Don't blame
Guys, I
us.
want to say thank you all for coming on the show. Especially Tyler, who came on at short notice.
My pleasure.
And Wally came on at short notice. We actually had a cancellation. Calamity was going to come on the show. I know you really wanted to see.
Oh, Calamity!
Would
That would have been
would have been great, you know. But unfortunately, he sort of showed up a little bit late. Okay then. So, yeah, once again, thanks all of you, and come back here in about 45 minutes when I'm going to be streaming Benin versus Sweden. You're going to see Watley play, and Sweden's got a Trygve Bertrig, who is the brother of one of our animators here. So there's a bit of a story, you can watch it. Benny probably going to win, but I'll be joined by Piccolo, and it's her debut cast. That's a big draw to get on the stream, surely. Why is she in the France team, by the way? Tardit.
Mainly because she doesn't have time. She's in the middle of her exam, and she couldn't attend the French team, sadly. So
Fair enough.
maybe she will for the final phases, but for the groups, no way she will be able to do so.
No women in this Nations Cup, I don't think.
Yami isn't in Team Yugoslavia, no?
Is she?
I have no idea. I was just wondering.
I think I remember her specifically swearing that she would have nothing to do with it before it started, but maybe she's been roped in. Okay then. Well, hopefully we can have a more diverse scene in the future, but probably not, right? We're not going to have.
Come on, we are just good men.
We're just four white men on a web show. It's normal. Okay.
On that note.
On that note, from us. Yeah, good night, and see you in 45 minutes. Bye bye all.
Bye.
Once again, thanks for watching.
Bye bye.